welcome back to the vlog, or welcome if you're new. I'm Lauren, I am a self-taught adult beginner recorder player. I've been teaching myself to play the recorder for about 11 months now, and one of the things I'm doing as part of that is trying to work my way through Trinity College London's digital graded exams for the recorder. I'm currently on grade 2, and this is part of a series of vlogs that I film every week. Well, I say every week, but it's actually been an entire month since I filmed one of these grades vlogs. But I've had a good reason, because I've decided to try a little experiment. Usually I practice my recorder at least 5 days a week, and if I have a day or two off my practice, then I can usually tell on my first practice session back it takes me a good few more minutes to get back into the swing of things and I feel a little rusty. So what would happen if I went from practicing pieces like the 3 pieces I've been practicing for my grade 2 exam every day to abandoning them for a month? The 3 pieces I've been trying to learn I have now not touched for 4 weeks. I haven't looked at them, I haven't played them, haven't even really thought about them. I love the time I get to spend practicing my recorder. To me it's not really a chore at all. But on the flip side of that, I am definitely someone that lives in fear that if I skip too many practices then I'm going to forget everything I learnt. Maybe if I spent weeks practicing a piece, I do definitely fear that I'm going to lose the ability to play it if I needed to take an extended practice break, and I don't think I'm alone in having that worry. So what's going to happen if I try to play these pieces that I haven't played for a month? Of course I haven't stopped playing my recorder for a month. I've been playing lots of other things and I've been having lots of fun with different pieces, but it is just these 3 grade 2 pieces that I have been ignoring. They're all in here, the Baroque Recorder Anthology. I suppose I'm going into this expecting a negative result. I think I'm going to kind of half remember them and not be able to play them as well as I could 4 weeks ago. But sometimes I notice when you have a day or 2 off practice, it can be like hitting the restart button. It's a nice refresher and sometimes it can be beneficial, I think, definitely to take a break from practice. So maybe I'm going to have improved by doing nothing. So the first piece that I learnt for my grade 2 exam is De Grote Zomertijden, Sweet Summertime. It's a Jacob van Eyck piece and I love it. But every time I play something by Jacob van Eyck on a YouTube video, the YouTube robot gives me a copyright claim and attributes my playing to someone else, which is really annoying. So I am going to practice De Grote Zomertijden for the first time in 4 weeks, but you won't be able to listen. Maybe I'll dub something else over the top of it. Okay, that's enough of that nonsense. Oh, Sweet Summertime. It wasn't too bad. The main theme, absolutely no problem. I felt like I'd been playing it every day for the past month. But when I got to the first variation, I couldn't remember what ornaments I'd been using where, and there were a couple of parts where my fingers sort of half remembered what they were doing and then just couldn't quite get there. But definitely not a disaster, but this is definitely the piece that I was most confident playing out of the 3, so let's move on to one that you can hear. Piece number 2 is Gentil by Anonymous. I've said before on this vlog a couple of times that I don't really like this as a piece of music, and I definitely wasn't enjoying practicing it when I left. In fact, this is one of the driving forces why I decided to have a practice break from the pieces. I thought I was practicing them too much and I was getting stuck in a rut, and I was getting not bored of them, but I wasn't seeing any improvement really in my practice. In fact, I felt like I was going backwards. So let's go back to Gentil, my favourite. I can't even remember how it starts. You know, sometimes you can just recall the tune straight away in your head. I really can't remember this. cloggy recorder doesn't help. I missed a trill there. That's the first section, and then you're supposed to go straight onto the Allegro, but oh well. Right, this was the part of this one that I was struggling with. There's some quick bits and my fingers were getting in a knot. I know I was trilling this note somehow, but I can't remember how. Never mind. Oh, pretty disastrous. I put a lot of work into this piece. The Allegro is supposed to be played at a minimum of 176 crotchet beats, and I started with my metronome right down on 50, and I worked up beat by beat so slowly, trying to untie my fingers for those quick little quaver runs. And after one time back through it, it feels like all that work has evaporated. Maybe after another couple of run-throughs it might start coming back to me, but at the moment that is so patchy. I'm actually really quite worried that I'm going to have to start pretty much from scratch again. Piece number 3. I really like this one. It's Minuet by Phillip Tillerman. I really hope I can remember this. Oh, I hope it's better than Gentile. Okay. Right, okay, that one feels like it's there in my mind somewhere, and I'm definitely going to be able to pluck that one back out after another time or two through it. There's just a couple of bars where my fingers seemed to have misremembered, and I had to really stop and think about what they should be doing, because they wanted to do one thing and my brain wanted to do quite another. Okay, so results-wise, I went into it thinking that it was going to be a negative result after having a month off practicing these things, but not entirely without hope that a break from them would have done me some good in some way. I'm actually quite surprised that I am worse at them than I thought I would be, because I spent a long time practicing these. Or did I? It feels like I did, but when I think back, a couple of these I probably did only work for a fortnight on. So I suppose 2 or 2.5 weeks work to then abandon them for a month. What was I expecting was going to happen? But do you know what? There is definitely still some muscle memory there, which I'm quite happy with. I have also just realised that I came in and dived straight into filming this video this morning without warming up at all. I didn't play any scales, I didn't do my usual exercises. I should have done that because my fingers feel like fish fingers, still frozen. I want to try this one again. I'm going to. It's feeling better already. Oh. Well, there we go. A mixed bag of results from what some people may say was a fairly pointless experiment. What about you? Have you ever learnt a piece intensely, really learnt it, and then had cause to leave it alone for however long? How did it feel to go back to it? I'm really curious to know how other people deal with this sort of thing. If for some reason you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Hang on, don't go anywhere yet, I'm back. I finished filming the video that you just watched about an hour ago. And then when I finished filming, I thought, right, better get back to it. I'd better start practicing these pieces again and get them back into shape. The next couple of attempts through all of them were as ropey as the attempts you saw in the video, but then after that it all started to fall into place. It was like my brain and my fingers suddenly went, oh yeah, we do remember these after all. And I was playing them probably as well as I've ever managed to play them after another 10-15 minutes practice. So I decided to just go for it and film my grade 2 entry video, which I've just finished. I played my scales and then all of the 3 pieces back to back. You have to do it all in one take. I did have 3 attempts at it. The first one I made quite a few mistakes, but mostly it was because my CD backing track wasn't loud enough on the video, so I had to scrap that one. Then the next time through I was happy enough with it, but I thought, come on, I can do these 3 pieces some more justice. So I played a 3rd try and I was really happy with that try. I think it was probably the best that I've ever played the pieces, and I'm currently on a bit of a recorder playing high. I don't know how I feel about doing multiple takes for the grade videos. There's absolutely nothing to say that you can't. So the first couple of times, if you feel nervous doing your takes, I don't see why you shouldn't do another one. For grade 1, I kind of wanted to get into the spirit of, if I was doing a face-to-face exam, I would have 1 attempt and 1 attempt only, so that's just what I did with my takes. I did it in 1 attempt and there was some stuff in there I wasn't happy with. But for my grade 2, I thought I've put so much effort into playing these pieces that I do want to play them the best I can. So I had 3 attempts, and yeah, the first one was mostly technical CD volume issues. Attempt 2 would have been okay, I'd have been happy to submit it, but I'm glad that I filmed a 3rd attempt. So I'm going to go off and try and get it submitted to Trinity, which is a lot of, you have to take scans of all of the music that you played from, and you have to call all of the file names exactly the right names, otherwise they won't find them and you'll get rejected. So I'm going to have to concentrate, get it all submitted, and then I will be back with one of these vlogs when I get some results. So fingers crossed, but at the minute I feel quite happy with how I played. I'm sure there's lots of technical stuff that Trinity will pick up on, but we'll just have to wait and see. So again, thanks for watching and I will see you again soon. Bye!